For the lesson 3 problem set, we're going to look at a few of the problems, cover them, and then afterwards you'll complete the rest of them independently or with Miss Frank. For the first set of problems, it talks about rewriting the numbers using commas where appropriate. And I want to point out that as we looked at our place value chart, I'll use the one below, we have groupings of ones, tens, hundreds, then ones, tens, hundreds, one, tens, hundreds. And each of those groups of 3 is where we place a comma. So after our ones, tens, hundreds, we put a comma. This would technically be 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, comma, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, etc. So as we look, we're actually going to move from right to left, which is different than what we're used to. So we'd say ones, tens, hundreds, comma. So we'd rewrite this 1,234, okay? Jumping to this one, we would write ones, tens, hundreds, comma, which would give us a total of 123,456. Our last one, we would do ones, tens, hundreds, comma, ones, tens, hundreds, comma, ones, tens, hundreds, comma, which would give us 12,345,678,901. In this below set of problems, you're going to take an addition amount of place value and put it into standard form. So we know 5 tenths and 5 tens would be 10 tens, but 10 in the tens place could be traded in for 100. If we had 400 thousands plus 600 thousands, we know that we get 1,000 thousands, or we would get 1 million, because if it was the thousands place, this would be the hundreds place, the tens place, the ones place, 1 million, okay? Down below, it says represent each add-in with place value disks in the place value chart. Show the composition of a larger units from 10 smaller units. Write the sum in standard form. So in this problem, we have 4,000 plus 11 hundreds. Okay, so if I know that I have 4 thousands, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and I have 11 hundreds, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay, I know that I can trade this in to make it a little bit easier up here, which now gives me 5 in the thousands place and 1 in the hundreds. So 5 in the thousands, 1 in the hundreds gives me 5,100. If we were to look at another problem, 10 times 3,000, we know that 10 times 3 is 30, so it would be 30,000, or 3 10,000s, right? How many thousands in the answer? In this case, it would end up being the 3 10,000s or 30,000s, and you would display it here, okay? You'll continue to work through where you add the 10,000s, you place them, and then you trade them in for the larger place value as seen here. Let's look at this word problem real quick. It says Lee and Gary visited South Korea. They exchanged their dollars for South Korean bills. Lee receives 15 10,000 South Korean bills, and Gary receives 150,000 bills. Use disk or numbers of the place value chart to compare Lee and Gary's amount. Well, if we had 15 10,000s and 150,000s, we know that if we were to trade this in, it would end up being equal. 15 10,000s is equal to 150,000s. And we could show that in our place value chart of showing how 15 10,000s is equivalent to 150,000s. Lastly, when we look at our exit ticket today, I want to talk about some of these problems real quick. So it says 9 in the thousands, 3 in the hundreds, 4 in the ones. And I'm actually going to work my way backwards. So the ones place, we know we have 4. In our tens place, we don't have anything listed, so we'll put a place saver 0. We'll put a 3 in the hundreds and a 9 in the thousands. I do not need to put anything before because there's no values larger. Again, I'm going to work from right to left here. So 9 in the ones, 8 in the tens, 7 in the hundreds, comma, 2 in the thousands, 6 in the 10,000s, which gives us a total of 62,789. Moving right to left. 3 in the ones, 5 in the tens, 9 in the hundreds, comma, 8 in the thousands. Doesn't say anything in the 10,000, so I'll put a place saver 0 and 1 in the 100,000s. Okay? So what we have here, wrapping up, is we could take these amounts and take 1300s. So if I did say that was 10 and 3 more, and I put 26,000s. So we'll just do these 10 bars and 6 additional one. I know that I can trade this in for a 10,000, this in for a 10,000, and this in for 100. Okay? So I would have 1, 2 from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from here, and 3 from here. 3, 7, 2, and these would be place savers, giving us a total of 27,000s in the number that you've written. Hopefully that makes sense. The overall number would be 27,300.